Om Sri Maha Periyava Saranam. Anjalai, a young girl, was working as a cleaner. She was a mother of two and had lost her husband. She was very poor. In 1984, Periyava had undertaken a pilgrimage throughout India. The Mahan arrived in the village where Anjalai resided. She did not know anything about Periyava and she was not in a position to learn about Periyava. She noticed that everyone in the village, including the VIPs, visited Periyava every day. She told her neighbors that she would be visiting the saint who had arrived in the village, and she went to Periyava's camp along with her two children. When it was her turn, she bowed to Periyava and started moving away. Periyava, who was an epitome of compassion, called for her and enquired about her. She replied that she was Anjalai. Periyava enquired about her profession and she answered that she was a cleaner. Then he enquired about her children. She said that she had two boys. The elder one was studying in 4th standard and the other child was just 2 years old. She answered the questions and returned to the entrance. The attendants called her. She returned with fear because Periyava had called her again. Periyava had decided to help her. With concern and compassion, Periyava asked her jokingly, "You told your name is Anjalai. Don't you have fear for anything?" Periyava's compassionate looks had transformed the girl into a great devotee. Again Periyava questioned jokingly, "Did you say that your second son is working in Delhi?" Anjalai could not control herself and she smiled. She looked at her second son who was just 2 years old. He was wearing a shirt without buttons and a dirty shorts. He had running nose and was holding his mother's sari. Anjalai couldn't give an answer. Her answer was not necessary. She had received Periyava's grace and blessings. She didn't confuse herself about Periyava's questions. After this meeting with Periyava, every morning she took bath and started performing Harati to the sun. She was blessed with Periyava consciousness. She did not have a photo of Periyava as she felt she was not eligible to keep his photo. She had attained a very matured state of devotion because she visualized the omnipresent Periyava as the sun. Her difficulties started decreasing day by day. After 25 years, Periyava's Utsava Murti, seated in a chariot, arrived in a procession to her village. She was overjoyed and felt Periyava had come in person. She said that people who had not understood Periyava would only feel that he had left them. She assured everyone in the procession that Periyava had really arrived. Her second son, who was 27 years, stood beside her. 25 years ago, Periyava had jokingly commented about him. "Did you say that your second son is working in Delhi?" Now, her second son was working as a senior officer in the Department of Human Resources Development in Delhi. He had come to the village on leave. Anjalai could not realize that Periyava's words had come true. She was in a very blissful state, always thinking about Maha Periyava. The sunlight is available everywhere. It depends on our karma to accept or neglect the sunlight. Instead of blaming our karma, if we have absolute faith and devotion, it can definitely change our fate. Hara Hara Shankara Jaya Jaya Shankara.